Hey guys, welcome back to the first tutorial of a brand new year. We're going to be creating this two-tier jungle cake, but the animals for it will be separate videos for people just looking on how to make an elephant. Here I've got my 5-inch round filled, ganached and covered in paste, and as always the links in the description box will take you to full in-depth tutorials on how to get right up to this step. First I'm coating this cake in a pale brown airbrush colour, but you can always just colour your paste first if airbrush isn't your thing. This is water-based chroma colour in brown. I've also covered my 7-inch round cake, which is stuck down to the bass drum. I'm placing in my dowels. I always use one more dowel than the cake size going above it, so the cake sitting on top is a 5-inch and I'm using 6 straws. All my straws are cut to the same height so it will keep the top one level. I'm using ganache as glue and slowly lifting on my top tier with a knife, quickly centering it before the ganache sets. For the leopard print, I'm first painting on blobs of a medium brown colour. This is just brown gel lightened with white dust and a little water to make it paintable. I'm just adding various sizes and shapes of blobs all over the cake. Once that's done, I've switched to a darker brown paste. This is just the regular paste with no white dust added, as I don't need to lighten it. I'm kind of blobbing my brush around the outer edge to create a more organic shape. You don't have to go all the way around, you can leave some parts open too. Just take a look at some leopard or cheetah spots for inspiration. If you have any little gaps in between, you can just place some little dark brown splodges on. Now onto the zebra print. As I've painted the top tier, I'm going to paint the bottom one too. This is black metallic paint and everything I use will be linked in the description box. You can of course just cut out some black wavy points from paste if you feel more comfortable doing that. I'm just taking my paintbrush and wiggling various sizes of spikes up and down from the bottom to the top and vice versa. Whilst we let that dry, I'm going to work on the name plaque. I'm using foam core because it's nice and lightweight and will keep its shape. I'm also using my quilting ruler because I love how you can just measure it using the squares. Take a nice sharp scalpel and cut through in a couple of passes to create a rectangle plaque for your name. If you have difficulty ever cutting foam core, it just means you need a new sharp blade on your scalpel. I'm then adding a little piping gel and rolling out some sand coloured sugar paste to cover it in. I'm just roughly trimming the excess paste off and then running my Dresden tool up and down for some slight wood grain. Once you've finished messing and manipulating the sugar paste, you can then trim the edges more neatly. Roll out the same colour into a long sausage and cut shorter sausages from it, pushing one end down towards the worktop until it creates this slightly larger foot. Do the same again with a longer piece and place the 2 feet together to create this stick of bamboo. I'm just adding a little bit of detail with my Dresden tool before sticking it to the edge of my plaque with piping gel. Do the same on the other side and cover the 2 end panels with straight pieces. Now I've got a piece of greaseproof paper cut to the same size as my plaque, so I know how big I can go with the name. I then place this piece of paper over my computer monitor to trace out the name. This was traced directly from Georgie's party invite, so I could get the design as close to it as possible. Once you have your name written out, place it over your sugar paste of choice and trace around each letter with the Dresden tool to leave an impression. To make your letters easier to cut out, you will want to add some Tylo powder to your paste or use modelling paste. I'm using this brown, which is actually chocolate flavoured, so it's a lot more stretchy than usual paste, and it took a bit longer to cut them out neatly. Now line them up onto your plaque and stick each letter down with water. Allow this to dry for a little bit on a foam mat. I'm now covering the board in my lovely green paste using the toilet seat method. If you are new here and not familiar with this term, please do check the description box for a link to the full toilet seat method tutorial, which breaks it down and goes into a bit more detail. It just allows you to cover the board around the cake for a neat finish. I'm just brushing the back of my plaque with a little bit of piping gel and sticking down a flattish blob of green and 2 larger balls either side. This is for when I place my plaque onto the front. The sugar paste will help it stick on, and the large balls you can see will need to bridge the gap between the plaque and the cake. Use a Dresden tool to push that right in there to make sure it's all secure. I've now got a darker green and I'm rolling a crack-free ball and then into a teardrop, flattening it with the palm of my hand. Take the sharp end of the Dresden tool and run it right down the centre before pulling out points all the way down each side. This is my favourite technique for making quick jungle leaves. I'm then just going to cover those green blobs of paste up with various sizes and shades of jungle leaves emerging from the back of the plaque. I'm also adding some more jungle detail with these thin sugar paste vines. I've just stuck it into my black zebra stripe paint and wrapping it around the plaque. Just keep going with leaves and vines until you're happy. To add extra height and dramatic effect, I have these large artificial jungle leaves. You can of course make these edible if you want, but nobody's really going to eat them, are they? So it just makes sense to place these ones on. I've bent the wire at the bottom and made sure it will fit inside a drinking straw. I've just snipped the straw down and I'm pushing it down inside the top tier towards the back. I'm slightly angling the leaf to the left and keeping it a bit higher so I can place another one in the front. To add extra detail coming from the back, I've stuck a leaf poking round the side. To do this, you just want to do the same thing with your wire, but I've put a sausage of paste down inside it to stop the wire and leaf from spinning. This way I can push it straight into the back of the cake and gently angle the leaf where I want it. The sugar paste will eventually harden and keep the wire in place inside the straw. Lastly, I'm just going in with some dark green airbrush around the base of the board and brown along that bamboo plaque for a bit of shadow. And that's it, a quick and easy jungle cake which you can add all your own animals to, whether those are sugar paste or plastic. More tutorials are coming for the elephant, giraffe and tiger, as I felt these might be more beneficial as individual tutorials for people just looking to make an elephant model rather than a whole jungle cake. As soon as they are uploaded, I'll leave them linked below. I just love how there's a mixture of artificial leaves which create those huge big dramatic effects at the back and the top of the cake, but you still have the sugar details to soften it around the plaque for that cartoony feel. Hope your 2022 has gotten off to a great start. Leave me a comment below on what you're looking forward to this year, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye guys.